Okay, so what do you want to drink?
I don't know, check out the menu and make sure I'm still on there. It looks like I'm still there in popularity, and I've made it. I don't know. I am looking at the. I think I'm feeling really confident about the lollipop passion.
I don't like candy. I'm not a huge candy girl.
You're in the sugar factory.
Yeah, but maybe I may get a
You got a
drink.
lot more to experience here. How old are you again?
10.
Yeah, you got 90 more years to, maybe 100 more years to experience the joy that sugar and lollipops bring. All right, what are you getting?
Okay, I'm gonna look a little. Okay. Ooh, the ocean blue is standing out.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, I think I may do the ocean blue.
Love it.
Let's see if we can get someone here.
You want to get someone here? Here's how you get someone here. Excuse me. Hi. May we have the ocean?
Yeah, let me open again. It's ocean blue. Ocean blue.
And a lollipop passion, please.
Please,
All
thank
right,
you.
Thank you. All right. So what's happening? Where did those cool glasses go?
I put them
Look at
away.
that.
Yeah, it's a shark. I had to do a shark.
Here's the ocean blue.
Thank you. Lollipop pat.
Ooh,
They
that
got
looks
sharks
good.
in those.
Ooh,
You are
it's good.
sharked out.
I had to be sharked
All
out.
right.
You know that.
That is cool. I mean, I got to get to the bag in 1 second. All right.
Ooh, yum.
Let's go. We gotta put let's
Let's go first.
No, you go first.
I'm the guest.
He'll
Let's
go first. Whoa.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's like an explosion.
that's when you put people,
Okay.
in cold around me. This is what Kevin does and Barbara does in the evening.
That's like actually like a really cool photo. Like
It
all
is.
the photos
Did I
they
get the
have.
photo?
Ready for yours?
Yes, please. Oh, whoa, that's cool.
Go ahead. Do that. And go ahead. And
Oh my god, it feels like a
bubbles and
potion.
gone, bubbles and summon. I summon you. Nah.
It's kind of like Ursula's like potion
think I'm
she
more-
makes.
I'm in year 10 and I'm 7. That's the way it's working out for me. Do you laugh at your father and mother? Do you make fun of them?
No, not really. I
you
don't
got
like
some
making
years.
fun of
My
people.
daughters make fun of me.
Oh, I haven't even opened my straw. Okay.
Too slow.
Okay, hopefully I didn't break it. Okay, no, I didn't. It's paper, yay!
Oh, this
Okay,
is good.
perfect. Really? Okay.
See that lollipop passion?
Okay, now that's
Oh,
really
I'll put that right
cool.
next to my daughter's bracelet. My daughter made one for me. My daughter charged me $5 for this. She did. And the problem is, it's missing a couple of, because I think she made it for somebody else, but I was like an afterthought. This is like for another kid. And then she did this, and there was no like names in it, like daddy, love you, whatever I am, caregiver. Anyway, what's happening?
Nothing. I've been very busy. How have you been?
I have been busy as well. I've been really good. I've been hanging out. But yeah, I'm always busy. I'm somebody, you seem very busy. I see you all over the place. I see you with my buddies like Gary V. Who else have you interviewed?
I interviewed Caroline LaBar. She is from Karl Lagerfeld. I was in Karl Lagerfeld's office interviewing her.
What are those glasses you have? I saw some cool glasses. So I'm going to jump around a little bit. I hope you don't mind. I don't have ADD, but so what?
There you go.
These glasses
Special
were
case.
really, really cool. But, if you look at that bag, 'cause I see you're into design, right? I see
Yes.
you, what is this right here? What design is this?
D squared.
D squared is one of my favorites. But, if you check out that bag, I love the fact that the shark is in there, but you know what I think is even more fascinating? The way they did the handles. Let's look at the back. And I don't want to get this. Let me look at the back. The way they did the hand from a design aspect, right?
Yes.
The way they did the handle, I would not have thought of that.
No, not me either.
This is very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
This is very cool.
You know, I had to bring my shark bag.
Yeah, and I like the way that this picks up the bow.
It does.
You know,
The red
and
and
then you got
red.
these tone earth colors that come back to here.
Yes,
I
definitely.
like that. I like that.
How about we put it in the middle?
Yeah, let's put it in the middle. Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Should it be like this so you can see this? There you go. I like that.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
see-
yeah.
Look, watch that. See that?
Yeah, perfect.
All right, now another passion of mine.
Oh,
I've noticed that you had these.
yes, they are Gucci glasses.
They're bee glasses.
Yes, they are called bee glasses.
Are you into bees? Or because this is Gucci for sure.
I love Gucci.
Yeah. Are you into bees?
Like real bees?
Yeah.
I don't like when it stings you, but I love bees because they actually take care of the world and they feed us.
That's why I was asking. It's actually amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I like bees. I never got stung by one though.
You know, a bee never wants to sting you. Now, that's the difference. Like a wasp bites.
Yes, it
But
does.
bees, they don't want to sting. You know why?
Because they die.
You're brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Let's get started with this interview. Okay, girl dad, entrepreneur, designer.
Pisces.
Ooh, okay. My sister's a Pisces too.
Shout out to Pisces.
I love Pisces.
Me too, because I love myself.
Okay, designer, speaker, author, investor, mentor, and a shark. So, what is fashion to you?
Fashion is your interpretation of how you're feeling or how you want the world to envision, you know, your position. It's kind of your packaging, right? It's your personal branding.
Yeah.
It's your existence, right? It's what they see first of you before they see anything else. You can tell right now that I'm, you know, from the world of hip hop, 50th anniversary of hip hop. Primarily why I'm wearing my hat backwards. I got my bee glasses on. Shout out to bees. You know what I mean? And I'm chilling, and that's all because of this, right? But if I were to do this, and let me give you back your glasses for the moment.
Okay.
If I were to do this, take my earrings out, I could be just really into a very disciplined athlete, somebody who fought for our country,
Yes.
right? Because a lot of times when you see the great men and women fight for our country, you'll see that, you know, the hats will be right, because for the most of the part, they were using hat as a very functional thing. An athlete who plays balls and using for a functional thing. A hip hop guy, girl,
Would wear it on the side, you
you know what
know.
I'm saying?
It doesn't matter how you wear it, you know.
So that's a simple look at fashion from this way up. All right? Now, a lot of people don't realize when you look at high fashion, like I know you like Lagerfeld, right?
Yes, I love him.
You know, when you look at couture fashion, it was really made off of the fact that when prince and royalties and princesses were getting married, outside would be a celebration, but the paupers were not let inside. So outside of these big royal palaces, they would go and take rags and whatever they had, and they would walk down the runway with this presence of couture, like, you know, that attitude.
Yeah. They have to stay like this.
Yeah, and that's where it really came from, them walking outside the palaces, is they were celebrating royalty, what they knew they couldn't get in there. And they said, I don't care how much that gown is and how many people made the gown, watch me. And that's so fashion is purely an expression.
It is. It's a way of expressing yourselves.
Yes. Express yourself. Have you ever heard who made that song?
No.
Or what would you like on your fries when you eat your fries? What do you put on your fries?
Salt.
And?
And maybe a little bit of pepper or...
Got that. See that? I nailed that one. You would make it far on Jeopardy. All right, let's go. I'm sorry. Was this your interview? Let's go.
You want to put the glasses back on?
I do. For continuity?
Yes.
You're a star. Thank you for having me. How you been?
I've been great. How have you been?
I've been really, really great. So tell me, what are you up to these days? You're traveling around. You know, what am I doing? This is your interview. Sorry about that. I'm used to interviewing people. I'm used to asking the questions. I'm sorry, because...
Don't worry about it. You know, it's a conversation. You could add your own thing. What inspired you to do fashion and start FUBU?
Funny story, you know, I grew up really poor, and when we're in the 50th year of hip hop, and so when I grew up, when you were breakdancing, and just like we were saying that, I was saying that it's an expression.
It is.
Most of the color you had to wear, you tried to wear a color to represent not a gang but a breakdancing group. Before steamers really were popular, you would iron your jeans all the time, and what happens is you started getting a crease in every, and then it would start fading here, fading there. So my mother showed me how to sew a straight stitch, and we call them permanent creases, like a little line straight down the front.
Okay.
And then if they were too baggy, I would put darts in the back, you know, to keep the waist in as I breakdance. 10 years later, I would want to be part of hip hop, and I wanted to wear the clothes, but when I was buying certain type of clothes and wearing them for hip hop, the designers were going, they didn't say it to us personally, but they said it kind of in the news. They were taking our money going, we don't like you. We don't want whether hip hop kids, inner city kids wearing their clothes.
Yeah.
So I took that idea of a straight line. I'll take a piece of fabric, fold it together, do a straight line. It became like a hat, and I'll tie something on the top. Stood in the corner one day and sold $800 worth of hats, and I realized this is the world I want to be in. Maybe if I can't rap, maybe I can dress them all.
True. Very true.
That's it.
Wow, that's amazing.
Thank you.
I love your energy.
You do?
I do.
You interviewed Gary Vee, though.
Yes, I did.
You know, Gary Vee has 15-minute meetings. Was it a 15-minute interview?
I mean, I would say more 10 minutes because I asked him maybe 5 questions. Yeah.
He says to me, he was saying to me one day in a meeting, he's so energetic, running, it's crazy. And he was like, I walk down the street and people stop me more on the street because I didn't tie my shoes. And I'm like, why don't you tie your shoes? He's like, I don't have time to tie my shoes. I said, well, what about when you're taking a poop? Tie your shoes. He said, I don't have time. Well, how fast is the poop? Now, that's a lot of energy. You got a lot of energy when what are you doing when you're taking a poop? Playing Tetris? Crush it. Those candies are not going to crush themselves, but somebody's got to tie a shoe. Anyway, That's my Gary Vee story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's very funny. Okay. In your opinion, what is the best fashion house to ever do it? And of course, you could say FUBU in regards to marketing, and why?
Nike.
Okay.
Nike. Well, you just have that one swoosh. They've been around for 40 years. I would say Levi's too.
Okay.
Levi's became known and synonymous with the American cowboy. When before we had more of the internet and stuff, Americans were called baseball, Levi's, and I think apple pie. But Nike, you know why I think Nike is the best? Because they will dabble in hip hop, but then it'll be all about athletic and performance, right? But they'll always say, just do it. Very simple. And even if it's something like a Colin Kaepernick kneeling, or if it's any kind of political issues, they just do it. And they've always been on the right side of whatever it is, health, fashion, political issues, even though they don't try to be political, but whether it is the rights of veterans or the rights of women or African Americans, they border on a side, and it still is, just do it. Just be you. And that translates into all of their apparel and everything else.
And some of their clothes say just do it. And yeah, I would say Nike too.
Yeah, I think Nike's great. But of course, the biggest company in the world, one of them is LVMH, Louis Vuitton. And if you think about that, Louis Vuitton was really a trunk maker for Napoleon. And to be around all these years and to be literally the largest company, LVMH has acquired other stuff, but you will never find Louis Vuitton, LV, you will never find it on sale or discount, because everything they don't sell, they burn. Creates a shortage in the market. You will never see it on discount.
Wow. I did not know that. That's a good fact to know.
I know a lot of these things.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, my daughters don't listen to me when I tell them, though.
It's okay. When I'm doing these interviews, I'm not just doing it just to interview. I'm actually learning from these interviews and actually digging for the gold, getting the answer to things, and all about fashion.
Yeah.
All the key things and facts.
Yeah. Well, you also, though, you can stay on the interview, but I noticed you didn't really drink any of your drink, and you didn't bust down any of those gummies in there. So, life is about work-life balance. And if you got 4 or 5 gummies right in front of you, and you don't bust down now one gummy, well, what are we doing here?
I'm not a huge gummy fan for some reason.
Not a huge gummy fan. All right, well then drink a little something. You know what you just did right there? You just stole away a little time for yourself. That's important. See, watch this. See this candy? I just stole away a little time for myself. It was all about me just now. And that's what you got to do throughout the day. Don't wait. Watch this. I stole away a little bit more time. Am I having a good time or what?
You've known the fashion industry for a very long time.
Yeah.
So, what do you think the fashion industry is sleeping on right now?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever been asked that before. And I don't know if I have the answer for that. Because, again, going back to, I think what they've been trying to do in the fashion industry is make things more technically proficient, or being able to be tech. And there is fashion that can show. You know what? I keep learning. You know what I just learned? I learned, and after all these years, I've been in fashion now 40 years.
Wow.
You know what I learned? That fabric has a vibration. I did not know about this.
Oh, wow.
And they say that if you're dead, your vibration is, let's say, 100. I don't know what it is, right? And they say when you wear stuff like this that I'm wearing right now, it kills my vibration. And so they say that cotton and linen has the highest vibration. I guess that's why when you see the hippies or when they bury mummies, they wrap them in linen. Now they say if you wear cotton and linen together, it cancels it out. But I found that interesting. I was like, well, what is vibration? Because I own, most of my stuff is like nylon, all this type of stuff. I'm told this actually is killing my vibration. Where am I going with that? Well, fashion is starting to move into very technical ways where you can be wearing something like this, and if you see it a certain color, it means you're exerting too much sweat, or you don't have enough water in you. And I think fashion is going to be super technical soon.
Wow. What I think the fashion industry is sleeping on right now is the fact that people think that fashion is only for adults, but I feel like it really starts as a child, because it really starts in mom's closet or your dad's closet, because you're like, oh, what is that? I want that. And then one day later, you're like, your kids come out with your heels on, and you're like, wow, they really like my stuff. And I feel like people need to understand that aspect of that. So yeah, that's what I think the fashion industry is lacking on right now.
I love how there's a generation like you and Jazz and McClure twins who are out there with so much positivity talking about fashion, knowing about bees. You know, do you know the stuff about sharks? Why sharks are important to us?
No, not really. I think you would know.
Well, I
because-
explain why.
Okay.
They unfortunately kill
Very
about
excited.
they unfortunately kill about 100 million sharks a year. And what they do is they take the shark because it's called an aphrodisiac in a lot of the Asian countries, and they catch them and they cut the fins off the shark and they throw the rest of the body in the water. And when they do that, you know what happens? Sharks are really here for the main reasons are they eat the sick and the old and the dead out of the ocean. So if you take 100 million sharks a year out of the ocean, that fish or that species of stuff that's sick, old, and dead
They
ends
eat
up
it.
ends up on our plates.
Best fashion advice that you ever received.
Don't do it because fashion trends come and go, right? Style is forever. Do it because
Yes.
you want to. You believe that is an expression of your style, not because it's the trend.
Yeah, it's not always a trend. Have your style.
Yeah, yeah.
And it'll never get old, your style, because it's yours.
Your style. Will
It's
never-
not a trend.
You'll be proud of it. You know, when you look back and you see your pictures 2, 5, 10 years ago, you want to go, man, I was looking cool. You don't want to go, I can't believe I was into that.
How's the drink?
It's good, it's a little, it's funny how it keeps the carbonation in it all the time. It's cool though, really cool. I'm gonna bust that down that gummy later. What's up?
Best dressed shark other than yourself.
Robert. Robert he's a great dresser.
Okay.
And because Kevin wears the same thing, the Undertaker outfit. Mark is a big tech guy. We have to hold him down and dress him in the behind the scenes because he comes in with a, I don't know, Tony the Tiger cereal shirt. The neck is hanging over here like this. So we gotta scrub him down and slick back his hair, and get him good, get him right.
I get you.
When you got $6 or $7 billion, as Mark says, don't worry about how I dress. I dictate how others dress when they walk in the room.
Okay. Who's your biggest fashion inspiration?
Tom Ford, Lagerfeld, Carl Kanai.
Okay.
Let me
I'm
see who
feeling
else I
you.
really love. I love D Square. I love a company called Demobaza. They make very dystopian type looks like End of the World, Mad Max, Future. Actually, they did all the outfits in Dune. I like Jean Paul Gaultier, Louis Vuitton. Gucci has some stuff. Reebok. I'm a big Reebok fan because I know a lot of the founders. I love Reebok, Under Armour, Brand Jordan. But it all depends on where I'm going. I love Alo. And it all depends because every one of them serves a different purpose. Of course, I love my companies: FUBU, Coogee, Heather Red, Crown Holder, Drunken Monkey. Those are my companies. Etonic.
Ooh.
Yeah. Bombas socks. How did I forget that?
How did you forget that?
They're into bees. Every time they sell a pair of socks, they give away a pair to the people in need, the homeless. They are the modern day version of Fruit of the Looms. They've given away 100 million pairs of articles and clothing to people in need, and they were on Shark Tank, and they are the #1 company invested in Shark Tank history. That means I get to call the other sharks underachievers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. How would you describe your business fashion style in 3 words?
Subtle elegance, power, or confidently subtly elegant.
That's so you.
Oh, look, you got to interview that guy one day. That is Steve, the owner of Sugar Factories. Sugar Factories taking over the whole entire world.
Really?
That's Steve, the owner of Sugar Factory. You should interview him one day. He's the man. He's just a really amazing guy.
Okay, I will.
Sure. I don't even know if he does social media, but he may not.
And if he doesn't want to do the interview, it's okay. Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. You know, you gotta let the people be comfortable. You know? You can't be like, oh, I want the interview though.
Yeah,
you gotta
no,
let them
no.
be comfortable with the interview, you know? You gotta respect.
Yeah. I haven't
Respect.
had to be his partner, but he's great partners with, I think, I don't know if Pitbull's a partner here, but everybody's Steve's partner. He's a great, great guy. But, you know, I think that's important of what the topic of what we're talking about is. Just a great business person.
One song on repeat.
One song on repeat. Old Rugged Cross.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think it was made in like 1910. You know, you know what? I've been really into Dua Lipa lately.
Okay.
I catch on to songs about 6 or 7 years after they're really hot. I do, really.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't have time for the new stuff. I'm busy. I want to go back to the stuff I like.
Yeah, I feel like old school music is good. I like both. I like the new music and the old
You know,
music.
I don't know what the rappers are saying these days, but I'm starting to hear some rappers who are being more clear. There was one called Moneybag something, and yeah, and he said something like, I don't know, he said something, I understood it, so I started to like the song. Yeah.
You know, it's so funny. You just said money bags. I have a dog. His name is Money Bundles.
What kind of dog is it?
Pomeranian.
Pomeranian. You know, I'm on the board for Petco, for the foundation, on purpose, so that we make sure that our little furry friends don't get euthanized, and to save as many pets as we can and animals from harsh conditions. So anybody who's a dog lover, that's what I'm talking about.
I love dogs.
That's right.
Favorite NFL team?
NFL team, I don't really have any.
Okay. I'll tell you my favorite.
Oh!
Oh,
look at
snap!
that right there.
That looks so good.
My goodness gracious. Look at that. Oh.
Oh, those are some big spoons.
Look at that.
That looks so good.
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
Oh, there you go. Make sure these and pucker up and whip. Oop, there you go. Sorry, whip feeling. Oh. There you go, living.
Okay.
Man, that's some serious. That's the real deal. Go ahead, you got it. Oh.
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
Yummy.
I got a whole cake in this thing.
Really? Oh my God.
Thank you so much.
I may need to take off my jacket for this.
Appreciate it. All right. No, I don't. I'm not. You know, I'm not really big into sports teams, football teams. You know, but if you know, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm more of a like an event, like the Super Bowl. I'll then like a team. You know, this is a lot of stuff here. How is it? Did you try it?
It's really good. The ice cream's really good.
Yeah. This place is absolutely the best. But it's all about presentation, right? It's about fashion.
Yeah.
This is presentation.
This is a very nice presentation. And I'll tell you my favorite football team.
What's that? Who's that?
It is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs. Why?
Because I was at the ring ceremony and I just got in, like, I don't know. It was just something about them. And, like, I don't know. It's just, like, I just like them. And I'm actually going to have my horse as a football.
Okay.
He's brown. So I'm going to put football. And then I'm going to be the player. Who does Daymond think I should interview next?
Who do I think you should interview next? I don't know. Try to slip in the Pope. See what he's up to lately.
good one.
Yeah, I'm talking about Pope Dante. He lives. He used to live 3 doors down the block from me. You know, he stole the front wheel. I used to have this thing called Apollo 5-speed. He stole the front wheel off of that. You know, and tried to interview him and ask where was he in 1976, right around 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You got dates and everything.
As you can see, I still haven't gotten over it.
Thank you. Next entrepreneur I want to interview is Kris Jenner. And I know you're really good friends with them.
I am friends with Kris. Yeah, you want to interview her? But yeah, she's absolutely amazing.
I know she is. And I've been trying to like reach her almost for like a year.
Yeah? How?
There's social media.
Oh, okay.
Instagram.
You can go to jail for some of that if you're really stalking her like that. I mean, I thought you were hiding in the bushes. I was about to report you.
Well, that's kind of the way how I kind of, well, my mom does the communicating and all that stuff.
Oh. Well, I think that Kris has a lot of really great, beautiful grandchildren. Kris has a very big passion. Her passion is empowering her grandchildren, and since you're a very articulate and young, passionate person, I don't see a reason why you wouldn't get a hold of her.
Yeah.
I can put in the word for you. You want me to put in the word for you?
Yes. I was about to ask you if you could put a word in for me. That would be amazing.
Okay.
Please.
I will do that for you.
And she knows who I am.
She does?
She goes on my stories.
Oh.
So she knows who I am, but we've been like trying to figure out dates, but like
Well,
it still hasn't worked out.
If you're figuring out dates, that's different. If she already knows who you are, think about how busy she is. Each one of her children is a huge enterprise. She's probably just trying to get time to fit you in. But I promise you, she is person, and this is the most important part of business.
Yes.
She follows up. If she's saying try to get her time, she doesn't have time to say that for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, please put in a good word in for me.
Okay.
Please and thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be closing this interview with a pitch.
Are you? All right, let's go. What is it?
Daymond,
Yes.
if you need a fashion guest judge for Shark Tank,
Oh.
I'm your girl.
You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I will allow you to come to the Shark Tank set. It's a private set.
Ooh, okay.
And I will let you judge each one of the sharks about their fashion. You want to do that?
I would love to. And Daymond, listen, I know how to handle my business. I'm a boss, and I know my business.
Okay.
So, don't you worry. And I need some money. Anyway.
You need money for what? Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to charge you to come to this set. That's what I was trying to do.
Well, I may need to bring my next business to Shark Tank.
Oh.
My big fashion business idea. If you're okay with that.
I am very okay with that. I will make it happen where you will be allowed to come and you will actually be able to interview the sharks right there. It is something that I don't believe anybody under the age of 20 has ever been able to do, and nobody's ever interviewed every one of them about fashion.
Wow.
Okay?
I'll be the very first one.
You will be the very first one. Season 16, I got you.
Okay. Well, I'll stay in touch.
Thank you. This was very, very amazing. I love the fact that you knew about bees. Let me give you back your beautiful glasses.
Yeah. I'll put them away.
I love the fact that you supported sharks. I love the fact that you asked me some
course.
questions that I've never been asked before.
You know, I have to ask fashion questions. If I don't, actually, I'm just gonna put them on.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Looking
there we
very
go.
cool. Very good.
You know, I wanted to ask some questions about fashion because fashion is everything to me.
And bows are really important to you.
Yes.
Yeah. And why are bows important to you? Well, why do you like them so much? I saw that you have them as like your belt, then you have it here. Then the eyewear resembles somewhat of a bow, and then you got the bow that's a bow.
Well, I'll kind
You're
of.
over bowing. Never go over bow. 3 bows are the most bows you should have. But look at your shoes, and you got another 2 bows on there. Then you're up to about 6 bows. You're over bowing. Never over bow. It's pretty early in the day to over bow. If you have 6 bows on 3 outfits, turn the course of the day. But if you are over bowing, it's way too many bows.
Yeah, well, honestly, my business, how I told you about my big business idea, it's going to be about my bows. It's
It
going to
is?
be my bows. Yes, it is.
Well, then I'm going to hook you up with one of my other favorite investments, Mo's Bows.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now I understand why you're over bowing.
And you know why I love bows?
Why?
Well, actually, it kind of started, it's my signature look. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's put a bow on this. And thank
Yeah.
you so much. All right, for this interview.
Of course.
I really appreciate you taking the time. I've been stalking you for years, and I finally got my opportunity. Thank you for this opportunity. You're the best.
Thank you.
All right.
That ice cream was really
It
good.
is.
Freeze for a couple seconds.
Yeah, that's my closer.
All right.
I'm going to take a couple more bites.